Hi, friends. So it is early in the morning here. So, yes, I do have some coffee. And last night I was laying in bed and I was thinking of something, and it made me think of something else. And my brain was going fast. And all of a sudden I thought, oh my gosh, I want to try this. So, this is something I've never done. I'm assuming it's going to work, but let me explain. Okay, so you know how this month with hashtag how do you do art, we're doing Masterboards. Well, do you by any chance have a bin of scrap lace? I do. And I thought, how fun if we made a lace masterboard that we could then maybe use as a journal cover or hang it on the wall and sit and look at it or hoard it for ourselves. Whatever we want to do. But I thought, let's do that. So I just grabbed my bin of scrap lace. It's right there. And then I have this. It is my camera. Hello. Sorry, guys. Let's lift that camera up some. This is just a manila envelope that I coffee dyed. And when I did it, it glued this shut. The sticky stuff just stuck. So it can't be used for an actual envelope. And this is one that I would send, jelly plate prints in. So it is a little bigger than a full sheet of printer paper. Do I have any printer paper next to me? No. Yes, I do. I have this, this is a digital by Darcy over at Darcy's Misadventures with Mixed Media. So if you look, this is US letter size printer paper. So we could use this as a journal cover if we did just a single signature, or if we wanted to do, say, 3 or 5 signatures, all we have to do is cut it down the middle, add a signature, and then these would be the front and back cover. Obviously, no, not add a signature. What am I saying? Add a spine. And obviously, this would have to be probably more sturdy. We'd have to add something. Unless maybe we used like a fabric here or a paper bag. I don't know. When we're done with this, you're going to have to let me know in the comments. Should I use this as a journal cover and take you through how to do that by cutting it to make it bigger? Anyway, but I thought, how do I get the lace to stick down? I kind of want to use a sewing machine. The problem is my sewing machine's over there, and I don't want to keep going back and forth. And what if you want to do this and you don't have a sewing machine? Okay, well, here's what we're going to do. We're going to grab a glue, any glue that is good for fabric, fabric to paper. So I'm going to use this, but I will tell you the Dollar Tree sells craft glue that is for fabric. So just in case you don't have any, that's where you could grab it. Most Dollar Trees also, or dollar stores also have lace. Mine, however, does not. It doesn't have any ribbon and no lace. So let's just grab a handful here, just the top. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're just going to grab scraps and start gluing them down. And I do have a pair of fabric scissors here next to me to cut off stuff that's, maybe hanging a little too wide. So, and I don't think I'm going to go back and sew this. So I do need to make sure use enough glue. So this is the back side. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to run glue at the top. Now, I would not recommend using, what do you call it? Okay, glue at the top, glue at the bottom, and glue in the middle. Hot glue. I would not recommend using hot glue for this. Why? I don't know. It's just my brain says, don't do it. Let's put this one right in the middle. Again, because it's like a masterboard. Oh, and maybe straight, Dawn. I don't want to overthink things, Oh, goodness. I'm already getting icky hands. I'm going to grab my spatula and use that. And because I folded this paper in half, it's wanting to curl right there in the middle. Okay, so we've got that one. Maybe, oh, look, there's this kind of sheer one, and I don't know what's the front and what's the back. But maybe on this one, we'll go like this. We'll put the glue here. I don't know what's gonna work best. So we'll just try different methods. And we'll place that down. And then, oh, of course, we need to get it to stick. Oh my goodness. Getting sheer lace to stick. That means we're getting glue everywhere. So this is a bit of a messy project. And if you don't like messy projects, get gloves. I think maybe I'm gonna have to wipe glue off. No, that's not gonna work either. Oh my goodness. I just need a way to get this to stay down, guys. All right, good enough. And then, what do we, oh, I have another piece. Maybe we do that one down here. Yeah, let's just, again, get glue all over the page. Oh, and try it that way. Again, finding which side is front and which is back is probably a good idea. And then just press it. I think I'll hold it in the middle and press it out so it doesn't move too much. I don't know. I don't usually use this much lace on one page. Okay. What is that? Get that off of there. Now, oh, that's pretty. Maybe we use that up there. Oh, wait. We have another piece of that. Do we use that down there? Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so for this, we'll get glue on, whoops, the edges. Okay, and then plop that down. Hold it in the middle and squish. Have you guys ever made a masterboard with lace before? Or is this new to you? I have not, obviously. I do not know why the idea came to me while I was laying in bed. It seems a little crazy, don't you think? Maybe we'll put this one right here, and then maybe this one here, or we'll put this one here, and then that. Yeah, let's do that. So, oh, how am I going to glue this one down? I think for this one, I'll put the glue on this edge piece. Ooh. And then maybe a little, ooh, down the almost middle, like quarter of the way down. Just to, oh gosh, I am making a gluey mess. Just to get, I don't know. And it's funny, I can't see if I'm putting it on straight because of the angle I'm sitting at with my phone up here recording. Oh, that's okay. All right, we've got that. Oh, more glue on the hands, Dawn. Geesh, coffee. Maybe I should have had more coffee before I started this. Okay. Let's get glue on the edges here. Because we want to make sure it stays, right? And I think we're going to have to come and do the edge of this other piece of lace. We can always come back and glue more down. Or, you know, use more glue. Dawn, come on. There we go. Is it straight? No one knows but you. No. Let me look in the mirror. Or the phone. Yeah. It looks straight. Now, I do need to make sure that I get glue underneath that ribbon that's sitting in there. To make sure that ribbon stays as well. Oh, good night. This is comical. At least get it on the edge. Come on, stay. Okay. How did I get glue all the way up my arm, you guys? What happened there? All right, what do we got going on? Okay. I've got this. Maybe we could put this one, front and back. There we go. This one could go there. It's a little flat. Let's see. Decisions. I really like this one, but it's not long enough. Oh, but I've got a couple more pieces. I have an idea. Okay. What if we just, which is back and which is front? That is also important. I can't tell. So, let's just get glue on that edge there. And we're going to put it, come on, stay down. Stay down. Give the glue a second to grab. There we go. And then, what's that? It's not quite big enough, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and get glue on the edges again to make sure it's going to stay. I think that's the back. And the front, no. Okay, another one that I don't have any clue. But let's just get that one squished down. And we need some over here. So some of you have asked me a few questions with this How Do You Do Art? It was meet your maker, meaning meet your masterboard maker, not the Lord. We're not going to die today, I hope. And I encouraged you to ask me questions that you wanted to know. One of the things you asked me was, how do you deal with a rooster? Well, okay, mine, he is not mean. Let's start by saying that. My rooster is nice. Some roosters are mean, and I'm assuming that's what you meant, was that you have a rooster and you don't know how to deal with him because he's not nice. So I don't have the problem of having a jerk for a rooster. Now, in my opinion, sometimes he's a jerk to his ladies, but my husband said, no. You see, that's kind of normal. I was like, oh, okay. I mean, they're supposed to, anyway, you know, they're supposed to do the things. And I was like, oh, okay. So I don't really deal with him. He's nice. I got him on my birthday like 3 years ago, and he was one of 3 roosters. Should we put that one there? And he was somebody's pet. And they had, I think they had 3 or 4 pet roosters. And what was happening was he was the one getting picked on. I guess the other roosters were not nice to him. Sorry, I'm just trying to get glue all over this random scrap here to get it to stay down. So, yeah, now, he prefers if you did not pick him up, but he will let you, if you get him, he would prefer you just don't try and handle him. And when I got him, you could handle him. He'd let you pick him up. He'd come right to you. He'll still come to you. He just doesn't want to be picked up. And I think the reason is because where he was before, he had no girls to take care of. You know, he wasn't in charge. And now he is. So I think maybe that's his thing now. Anyway. Oh, we could put that one right there. So yeah, I don't have to necessarily, quote unquote, deal with him because he's nice. So if you ever are thinking of getting a rooster, do know that they can be jerks. And when I say jerks, I mean the A word. You know, A is the first letter and then H. They're not very nice sometimes. And then with that question was, how many chickens do you have? Well, we had 22. But the neighbor's puppy, while we were gone, actually dug a hole under the fence. His 8 acres butts up to our 5.5 acres. And anyway, so his dog actually dug under the fencing, and we weren't home, and our chickens during the day are free range. So Puppy got a hold of a chicken. So then we had what we think was probably a fox. And I think it was 3 chickens the fox just took off with. And he took off with our 2 ducks. And this was last year. Why do I say was it probably a fox? Because near the road that you take to get off our property, there was actually a little fox den. And one day, little baby foxes came out. And so we knew, everybody that lived on this road knew that there was fox. Well, we didn't think that they'd come kill chickens, take off with chickens during the day, but they did. So anyway, we're down to 16 chickens right now, and 2 of them don't lay. I don't know which 2, but we get about 12 to 14 eggs a day. So we just know that we've got a couple ladies that don't lay eggs. Anyway, and then what kinds? Well, I don't really know what kinds of chickens I have. I don't remember. When I got them, we got a variety. We did get them at Wilco. And I wanted different colored eggs, so we got a variety of chickens. So I do get green and blue eggs, and I get 4 different shades of brown. Anyway, that's the chicken talk of the day. Oh gosh, there we go. What else? There was another question. Oh, it was, what is your favorite color? Okay, well, if you've been around for a while, you know the answer is pinky pink pink. I just love pink. which is, I think this is the back. I can't quite tell. So I would say not neon pinks though, you know, like all pinks except neon. And then my next favorite color is purple. Do I do a lot of arts and stuff with pinks and purples? No. I'm trying this year to do that. More pinks, more purples. So, yeah, that's my goal this year. Let's put that right there, actually. So, yeah, we're... pinks and purples, yeah. What about you? Favorite colors? And do you work with them much? What about, do you wear them as clothing very often? Okay. Does this need more? Is that... What's the front and what's the back? Yeah, we could do a little here. And maybe a little there. So, where it on? Maybe up here? No. Let's just do it right there. Don't overthink it. I am overthinking this too much. Whoop, whoop, hey. Stay down. There we go. Did I get glue all the way over there? No, I did not. So let's fix that problem. Come on. There we go. And, oh yeah, over here. So, actually, maybe we'll just, I don't know, glue. Just, Dawn, put the glue down. Don't overthink it. There we go. Oof, oof. All right, does it need more? I do have a little more here. Does it need another one of these? No. But I do have, oh gosh, this. Isn't this crazy? Reminds me of a flapper girl. Oh, there's a pin. Should we do some of that? It's a long piece, so let's just cut it off over there. And we could put it on the bottom. It's not really lace though, is it? What do you guys think? Should I add this? Oh, I should. Right there. That looks really good. Come on, stay up there. Let's see if I can do a straight line. Yeah. So I think this here will be a journal cover. Come on. For a vintage journal. That is my thought. We'll have to do a lot of genuine vintage and antique stuff in it. That's what my brain is seeing anyway. What about you? What do you think? And I think, you know what? I think that is good enough. Who knows? Maybe after it's thoroughly dry, I might change my mind and think I need more. But how adorable is that? I am in love. Now, do we wait till it dries to trim it? Or should we just do it now? Let's just do it now. Trim up the edges right next to the edge of the paper. Don't. There we go. These are my fabric scissors. Don't get glue on them. And then this side. I didn't do too bad. Now, I probably am going to do another one of these. Not going to lie. but I'll do it with my tiny scraps so that it is more of a collage type masterboard. You know, like, see all these pieces here? I know they're tiny, but I'm going to save them, and I'm going to use them. Anyway, let's get that off to the side. More fell in my lap. Yep. How cute. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is going to be adorable as a journal cover. Now, after I let it dry, I am going to come back in with a little bit more glue just to make sure it stays down. And I'm not going to lie, I might actually sew around the edges in a dark brown, just to give it a little more texture, mixed media look. But I think that glue is going to hold it fairly well. So there we go. We have another Masterboard. And I think this might be my favorite out of all the Masterboards I've ever made. I don't know. Anyway, guys, journal cover out of a lace Masterboard. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'm going to go get some more hot coffee. Feel free to ask me more questions in the comments below. And then if you don't have any lace, you could send me an email. I can see what I can do about locating you some lace. I have a couple of places that I go that they have true vintage, true vintage and antique lace at fairly reasonable prices. So I could go looking for you. That is where I've gotten all my lace. And then it usually comes just like this. And I try to, if I have something to wrap it around, I try and wrap it. Not all of this is vintage, but yeah. And then if you have extra lace that you might want to send me in Happy Mail, that would be amazing. We could swap lace. I'll put my mailing address in the description box below. And if you send me something like lace scraps or fabric scraps or, anything, you make me something, I'll send you something back. Yeah. So, have a blessed day, you guys. And today's Bible verse of the day is Psalm 46, verse 10. It's be still and know. Be still and know God's got this. God loves you. So today, let's take maybe even 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and just sit with our eyes closed, breathe, and just know that we have a God who loves us dearly, and he's got good plans for us. He can turn what was meant for evil in this world. He can turn it and use it for good for us. Oh, what hope that is. So I'll leave you with that today. Bye, guys.